Within the Astrolabs and Research Center, there's an absolutely brilliant mind. To many others, she would seem like just another scientist in the biochemistry wing, but she might have been the most intelligent in the whole facility. Her plan sounded simple: to make life from something non-living.
I call her my human food project. She will look and behave just like anyone else, but she is essentially just sushi.
This plan would take multiple attempts before success, but the first success resulted in my creation.
She's awake! I can't believe it!
Who am I?
My dear, you are a breakthrough. Someone who's like no other.
I became captivated by the stories I heard around the facility about what the world was like. I couldn't wait to become part of it, until finally, the day came that I'd be presented to the government as a breakthrough of technology. Hello! I'm Meguro Sushimi. I was created by Dr. Bell out of rice and tuna. I'm so honored to meet you all.
Doctor, how do you keep this thing alive?
She is coated with an enzyme so her body stays fresh. She can eat food and breathe air just like any other being, sir.
Listen, Doctor. This thing is too unnatural to exist in a society. That food preservative enzyme would be of great help to the food industry, but this type of experiment would be too dangerous if let free in the world.
No, I'm not dangerous, I promise. Tell them, Doctor.
What should I do with her?
I suggest euthanasia, but anything works as long as that thing is never seen or spoken of outside of this facility.
Please, no. I won't hurt anyone, I promise. Please, Doctor, please, you have to tell them. Tell them I won't be dangerous, please. Now, this is my home. The doctor didn't want me removed from the world, so instead I sit here, alone, still dreaming that one day I'll be able to experience the world. Hello? Are you there? Are you scared of me? Are you hungry? Please don't try and eat me. I'm not even sure if the enzyme I'm coated in has been tested for all ranges of human consumption. And I don't know if it would hurt me, so please don't eat me. Please don't be scared of me. Hello? Hi. Oh. I got rid of everything. Thank you for coming here to see my first online appearance. I am shy. I'm gonna be shy for a while. This is the first time that I've had this many people even know about me. So, kind of nerve-wracking just to see people in general. Head of Apster Labs didn't really want me to be known. So the fact that they let me do this is really astonishing, and I'm so thankful for this opportunity. Maybe people won't be scared and they can learn that it's okay. will accept me. Also, just fair warning that I do have a pet dog you might hear sometimes. I also have pet rats because in the lab, when they're done kind of testing on them, they let me take care of them until they pass. So I have pet rats and a pet dog that you might be able to hear sometimes. The rats usually don't try and eat me because I think it's because the enzyme makes me not smell very good to them, but I don't know. I never asked the rats. I can't speak rats, so. But they haven't tried to eat me, which is great, because that could be for an awkward situation. So let's get on to more about me and who I am. There we go. So my name is Meguro Sushimi, and my kana name is right there underneath it. If you can read it, it just says the same thing, Meguro Sushimi. I am a lot taller than BBB. I am 5'8", or 172 centimeters, which is a lot of rice used to make my body. And my tuna hair is also very long. My birthday is June 18th, and I do plan on doing a special stream for that day. Probably something sushi themed because that's very important to me. That's how I became to exist. So, need to keep that theme in here. My age, I don't think is super important. It's also not really something I could easily identify because I was just kind of made. So my age isn't really easy to really talk about. I've existed for a while. That's all I could really say. My languages, I primarily speak English. I don't know too much Japanese or French, but I love learning, and those are the two that I want to learn because they are the most important in my area. BBB, you are definitely gonna be the short one, yes. I am 5'8". I could just put you on my shoulder. You could just sit there. But I speak mostly English. I'm learning Japanese and French. So those will be on stream sometimes. I plan to do a like Japanese only or French only stream. The summary of the lore video, in case you did miss it, was that Dr. Bell fused together sushi rice, tuna meat, and food-preserving enzymes with human DNA, and that's how I was made. Thinking, walking, talking, and now streaming sushi. Please tell me that you think that this is super cool and you're not scared, because doctors have warned me about human responses when it comes to things that are different and that it might not be good. So if you can tell them that you're not scared and you really like my presence, then maybe they'll consider letting me out of the lab. Things I love and really don't love. Learning about the world is a top favorite thing for me, hands down. The world is so vast and interesting. I am fascinated by so many things about it, about culture, about languages, about places. I just love learning. Learning is so much fun to me. Not in a school setting though. they did have me go to like at-home classes to kind of learn more. I didn't really like those, but I liked learning on my own with things that I found interesting. So yeah, I love learning. I think learning is super fun. Gazing at the sky. When I get the chance to go out into the center of the lab here, I love to just look at the sky because it's so calming. It's the most calming thing I've done in my whole rice life. Looking at shapes and thinking about smells and sights around you, everything's just so open and peaceful and relaxing, and it's just so freeing to me. I love looking at the sky, just taking time to just exist. Another thing I really love is pastel colors. They're bright and beautiful, and it's nice to have something other than just a little bit of white. They're calming, they're not like super bright and harsh, so pastel colors are by sure my favorite color. I also really enjoy talking. That's not on the list, but if I'm on the topic I know or enjoy a lot about, prepare yourselves for a ramble, because I will talk in circles about things that I really love over and over and over and over again, and explain tiny little details I didn't get to mention the first time. So I love talking, especially to people, because I haven't really had the chance to talk to very many people, so with this opportunity, I could just keep talking in circles. Now, some things I don't like. Being alone is something I don't like the most. It's just very, well, lonely to be alone. So I always follow the scientists around the lab, look at their testing, see what's going on, kind of just keep up with stuff around the lab, you know? Just keep up with what's going on. Loud noises can scare me. The lab keeps all the loud equipment in rooms with really good soundproofing, because we have a lot of things going on here, so we have to keep things quiet just in case it disturbs other tests. So I haven't really been around loud noises at all. I only recently got a computer, and some videos I've seen are super loud and they kind of scare me. So hungry creatures is another thing I don't like, and I saw some of you in the chat before this started saying you were hungry, so I hope you really don't try and take a bite of rice or nori or tuna, because I don't know if it would hurt. No one's done that to me. I don't know if I would grow back, so please don't. I think Dr. Bell would have to fix me. She never told me anything about me being eaten, so yeah, please don't try it. Something I did not put on this list, but something else I really dislike, is that when games or videos or movies don't have subtitles, because without subtitles, I hardly know what's going on. I have a really hard time like listening and processing that information, so reading and hearing at the same time really helps me just comprehend everything going on. My favorites, I have a lot of favorite things. This is just some of them. I'm not really super picky about shows, music, or games that I play. I think most characters have a lovable side to them, and it was honestly kind of hard for me to narrow this down just to put this on the list and actually make it fit. So anime, I think, is beautiful. I think it's a wonderful art form. I watch it for the plot. Always the plot. One of the first ones I actually watched was Cardcaptor Sakura and Sailor Moon. Those were the first ones that I remember watching after I was created. Some of the ones that I enjoyed later on in life was Ruby. That was a big one. That one's really good. I don't want to get hurt, so I'll max out my defense. I love that one as well. It's a video game related one. Fruits Basket is one of my all-time favorites. I haven't watched the new season, but I want to so bad. I watched the old one, and I've cried every time. And No Game No Life is by far my favorite to date. It's not everyone's cup of tea, but I love it. I think it's the best. To upset some anime fans, I also really love Avatar: The Last Airbender, although I know that that's seen as a cartoon to some and a anime to others. So, Avatar: The Last Airbender is still on that list for me. I watched it so many times, it's so funny to me. Games, super important part of my life. I was playing them shortly after I was made in the lab here. I love playing them still to this day. Paper Mario, one of the first games I played. I still have not finished. Such a shame. But it was one of my first games. Resident Evil Revelations 2 was my first and therefore favorite Resident Evil game. A friend actually forced me to buy it, but I enjoyed replaying it every time I go back to it. Left 4 Dead 2 is just a classic game. I only got into it recently, so my skill level is a little lower than the others of my generation, but I think it's still super fun to play even if you're not really great at it. The Room puzzle series is my favorite puzzle game series. It has a really interesting story. Some of them don't make too much sense, like the puzzles themselves, but hints are always there if you need them. And Monster Hunter. I plan on playing this game a lot. I like this game. I have not done any Iceborne, so I want to play Iceborne, and I will be streaming it. I love Monster Hunter with a passion. Some of my other favorite things is shy characters, either based on their personality or appearance. I really tend to go towards the shy characters. So Fluttershy from My Little Pony, Mimikyu from Pokemon, Futaba Sakura from Persona 5 are all my favorites for that specific reason. And I also really like characters or concepts that revolve around computers or advanced tech or hacking or anything like that, which is also why I like Futaba. She's both shy and a computer hack technician type person. So I love that about her. Some other things I didn't mention that I really love is origami. Used to be a huge hobby of mine for many years after I was created. So I know how to do a lot of origami. It was super fun to me. It still is. I love doing it. It's just a nice time waster. I've recently started to learn how to crochet, and I would say that that's one of my favorite things because you can just watch videos and crochet at the same time, and you're making something while watching something. So you're both enjoying and making, and you're like doubling your time. So it's great. Now we're gonna go over some of my goals. So, a little ambitious with some of these. Starting off small. Learning Japanese and French and more about other languages and cultures. That is a huge want for me. I just want to learn. I'm gonna take this opportunity to learn as much as I can. I want to collab with my friends here in Sunrise Galaxia, as well as other friends that I make along the way. And I would love to do games with viewers, if you guys are up for that. So things like Fall Guys, Dead by Daylight, Mario Kart, Jackbox, just anything we can think of doing together. I would love to play with my friends because outside of the lab, I don't have anyone to meet or talk to, and I want some fresh perspectives on the world. So playing with you guys, playing with viewers would be super fun. I want to finish RPGs, JRPGs, Western RPGs. I have started a lot of them, and I have finished absolutely 0 of them. Unless you count Monster Hunter Rise main story as a finished RPG, then I have finished that one. Otherwise, I have finished none. So, some RPGs that are on my list that I want to finish are a little more traditional JRPGs. Persona 5 is a big one I want to finish. Final Fantasy 13, I have played like 3 times, and I want to finish it. Ni no Kuni, I actually haven't started that one, but I love the Studio Ghibli art style. I've seen one Studio Ghibli movie, and I absolutely adored it. Nier Automata / Nier Replicant. The amazing story, amazing songs. I need to play and finish those games. Dark Cloud is an older one. Dark Cloud is one that I want to finish. I played it when I was young. I watched other people in the lab play it as well. Crystal Project is a newer one that I just recently started playing, and I would like to finish that one. If I can get my hands on Final Fantasy VII Remake, I would also play that one. Final Fantasy is a good series of games in my opinion. Along with RPGs, I also want to play some horror games. Things like Phasmophobia, Resident Evil, Danganronpa, Amnesia, Demonologist, Mortuary Assistant. The list could honestly go on. I have a very large collection of horror games that I am too scared to play, but as long as I have other people with me, it makes me a lot less scared of horror games. So I'm hoping that works for streams too. If I stream the horror game, maybe I'll have the confidence to make it through. So you guys come with me and we'll get through some horror games together. Next goal, this is the most ambitious one in my opinion, is making an original song. I've always wanted to try and make an original song, but music isn't really my hobby, so it'll take a lot of work. But it is a life goal of mine that I want to do. Along with wanting to make an original song, I want to gain confidence in singing, which kind of goes hand in hand. I plan to do some unlisted karaoke streams probably soon, like within a week or 2. I just gotta get a song list made up so that I could do that. So if you have any song ideas, you could tweet them to me or write them here in the chat and I'll see them later. And I'll get a list going for a karaoke stream because I really want to do one. I think that could be a lot of fun. I'll put it on my schedule and I'll post my schedule on my YouTube community page as well as my Twitter if you guys want to keep up with that. And last but not least, I want to build a better community, positive community, and get a little bit better every day, just as myself. I want to grow as a person a little bit every day. I want to have a safe space for you guys to just chill, vibe, and relax. I care about each and every one of you that takes time to watch my goofy endeavors, so just by you being here today, I greatly appreciate your presence, seeing me, and letting the scientists know that you're not scared. Okay, here's some future stream plans. Everything here is kind of straightforward, personally. So, Zatsudan, which is Japanese for like just chatting. So I want to have some Zatsudans just to, you know, chill and chat and get to learn about you guys and myself and more about everything that I can learn about. Learning is a passion. Language learning. I want to use Duolingo. You guys can learn some Japanese or French with me. We will also learn all of the names of sushi. You need to learn all of the sushi names to be part of this beautiful sushi ship. Yeah, karaoke streams, like I already mentioned, once I get a song list and figure out kind of how to set that up without being striked. Being striked is a concern. Without being striked, I've seen other people do it, so I know it's possible and I know it's technically allowed, so we are going to do some karaoke streams together. drawing streams, very occasional. Sorry. Very occasional drawing streams. I am just getting into digital drawing, so I'm not the greatest, but we could do some random doodles. Probably in a Zatsudan type stream. I'll just pull out my tablet and start drawing. So we will do some of that. But yeah, that one's probably very occasional, because I don't really have that stuff set up quite yet. Now, the rest of it, honestly, everything on the right-hand side there is all just games, but like split into very specific category. So some game streams that I want to do is definitely horror games. I hope you guys can hold my hand and bring me through these games and get me through the horrible horror. I would say that my fear reaction isn't as strong as a lot of other people's. But if it's certain horror games, I can definitely get too scared to move in the game. So you guys will have to drag me through that and just keep me going. I want to play RPGs. I want to play retro games. And by retro games, I mean games like Doom, Classic Runes. Classic RuneScape, Tarkov, Quake, Dark Cloud, honestly even Paper Mario. I want to play platformers and just all types of varieties of games. I love games. Gaming is my favorite thing. I also love achievement hunting in games, getting that sweet 100%. So if I'm close to finishing a game, you can probably finish it together on stream. I think that would be fun. So special thanks to Vin for the background music, like BBB said, kind of taking what she already made and making it into this beautiful oriental theme, which I know is what BBB was going for in the first place. Vin just kind of amped it up. I think BBB's would have been great too, to be honest. Animations was done by Vanilla Tier. I don't know if I'm saying that right, and I am so sorry if I'm not. But thank you for all of your hard work with helping BBB get everything set up. It looks wonderful, all the animations that were added. So thank you. And then the background was done by Shell Ghost Cage, which is super nice. It's super cozy and oriental themed again, which makes me feel very at home with where I am. And now let's talk about my tags. So my general tag is very obvious. It's just my name, Sushimi Meguro. Meguro. My live tag is Megu Live. An art tag for any beautiful art that either I make or you guys make is gonna go under Megu Art, which I think is pretty easy to pronounce. Anything else that doesn't belong in the live tag or the art tag goes under Memmegu. I don't really know how to pronounce that one. That one is definitely better written out, just kind of like how illustrate. Memmegu. My fan symbol is clearly sushi. Two different types of sushi. We have tuna and I think salmon, if I'm not mistaken. And my fan name is Gohana. And in case you guys don't get the reference, I am gonna explain it. Gohan is the word for rice, and Ohana means family. And you're all my rice family, so it's super cheesy, but I feel like it's accurate to how I feel about you guys. So, your guys' name is Gohana. And honestly, that's all my information. That's everything kind of about me and who I am. I could probably talk more about myself, but I think we're gonna go over the model. So here, I'm gonna zoom out and you guys can see my whole model. Oh, that's a little too far, I think. Sure. There. So, my socks slash boots here are made out of nori. That's why they're green. My sweater, my body, everything else is made out of rice. And then my hair is made out of tuna. I am tuna sushi. And then I also have this really cute earring on the side, which is not actual sushi, but it is like play sushi. So that's on my ear. I think it's super cute. And I can move side to side. My hands are tucked up in my sweater because I am shy and a bundle of nerves. So yeah, I don't know if they're socks or boots. BBB could tell you. They're probably socks because she has socks. But they are made of nori either way, and they keep me warm. So either way, they function as both. So let's zoom in here. I can show you guys some of my expressions that I have to freely express myself better. So we have Angie, for if any of you guys come to my stream hungry and you want to eat part of me. Probably gonna be a little Angie. And we have blush. I could blush a lot. I could actually blush without the use of the expression. There we go. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Oh, they are boots. Okay. They are boots. Cool. They keep me nice and warm. That's what matters to me. So, Anki, blushing. And then we have heart eyes to go with the blushing. If you guys... Oh, not what I meant to do. You guys see that? The heart eyes. Super cute. Super cute heart eyes. We can put that with the blush. So we could do that. Or we can be angry with heart eyes and blush. I'm angry, but I also love each and every one of you, so darn. Scared. I think this is scared. This one will be used in the horror streams. Sad. Sad. I don't have a reason to be sad right now, so I can't think of an excuse to have this face, but maybe the lab decided not to let me go outside, despite you guys showing that humans can indeed not be scared of me. But sad. And then this is just the Angie eyebrows and the sad eyebrows, but not the whole sad face. And reset! Because everything's okay. I think that's it. So I believe next in line in about 25 minutes is Griffin, if I'm not mistaken. So go check him out. Go see his stream because it's gonna be just as good as this one and BBB's. I'll post my schedule soon. I don't really have one set up quite yet. I switch to this screen. There you go. Yeah, I don't have my schedule set up quite yet. So I will post it on my community page soon. But as of right now, I think I'll be... Oh, shit. My mind went blank. I think I will be streaming tomorrow. For sure. Maybe just as Atsudan. Maybe just to get to know each other a little bit better. So you can check me out tomorrow. Around probably 3 EST. That sounds decent to me. So I'll be live then. And that's everything. So the sushi's gonna roll on out. You guys have a great day. And all aboard Griffin's hype train. Bye bye. Sayonara.